So you're thinking about moving to San Marcos, Texas. Well, in this video, we're going to explore some of the pros and cons of living in San Marcos and look at some of the unique features of the city that you may not know about. We're going to get after it right now. Hi, this is Daniel, and whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call, and we'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to San Marcos. And after this video, check out our full vlog tour of San Marcos, where we see 3 different homes with 3 different price points. That way you can get kind of a good idea of what may fit inside your budget in that area. And if you live in San Marcos, please comment below, let us know your opinions and experiences. It's always super helpful for us to see and hear from people who actually live there. All right, so today we are looking at the pros and cons of San Marcos. So you can get a sense of where it is. San Marcos is located right in between Austin and San Antonio off I-35. So that kind of starts me with my first pro, which is location. The proximity to both big cities gives you a lot of flexibility. It gives you, some help if, say, you're in a household where one person's working down south in San Antonio or New Braunfels, and one person's working further north. This is kind of a sweet spot right in the middle. You're kind of close to everything and far away from everything. If everything's in Austin, then you should probably consider moving closer to Austin. But if you're kind of split between areas, then San Marcos is right in the middle there. You also have major highways leading down to Luling, out to Lockhart, down to Seguin. It's just kind of a central hub. So I feel like the location of San Marcos is really good for being close to both big cities. You also have the outlet malls. I can zoom in here. On the south side of San Marcos, we have the outlet malls here. Outlet malls have 145 shops, and over 14 million people visit the outlet malls annually. So it's a really busy area for good reason. So it's nice having the proximity close to there. You also have the river, San Marcos River here, and then you also have Blanco River over here. So you have a couple options for kayaking, tubing, just hanging out at a river. It's close proximity to nature. There's quite a few trails out west here in Purgatory Creek Natural Area. And then it's hill country on the north and west side of San Marcos. So really gorgeous, close to nature views and experiences. So that would be the first pro, is the location is fantastic, depending on your needs. The next thing I would say is the culinary scene. So I actually lived in San Marcos for 5 years. I went to Texas State University from 2006 to 2011. So I know the city pretty well from living there. If I zoom in, so this is the university area, and where there are college students, there are restaurants happy to take their parents' money. So as you can see here, we have certain things like, Harris Dining Hall. That's part of the university. Probably don't want to hang out there. But some recommendations from me: Pie Society is incredible. That actually wasn't there when I went to school. It used to be, what was it called? Zen's. It used to be called Zen's Pizza. And then it became a different pizza place that was even better. We also have Italian Garden. I had many a first date at Italian Garden. So it's good prices if the college kid is saying go there on your first date. Yeah, there's too many to choose from. I actually found, if you look on the screen here, nope, not that. Just a review that I thought was capturing quite a few of the good ones. So Cody's Restaurant, Bar and Patio. There's quite a few bars and patios near the river too, which is really nice environment. Palmer's Restaurant, Bar and Courtyard. Root Cellar Cafe. Nice sandwiches there. Herbert's, that's been there for a long time. Really good breakfast tacos there. Black's Barbecue, yep, also a good one. Saltgrass, 54th Street Restaurant Draft House. yeah, there's just a bunch of areas. Italian Garden, I just spoke about that place. Just more barbecue spots. Pie Society, also talked about that. So there's a lot. Ooh, Cracker Barrel. You have a bunch of options as far as, you know, where you want to eat, what kind of food you want to eat, and not just, you know, in this area in the downtown, because maybe you don't want to be around college students, which I totally get that. You know, going along I-35, you're going to find a ton of places to eat. So you definitely have options. And then going back to the proximity, like, you are close to 2 major cities and the suburbs around those cities. So you are within 30 minutes of anything you want, literally, and probably less than 30 minutes. The next thing I would say, and I've already spoke on this, but is the river. I mean, a lot of people don't have access to a river, right? If you're living in Round Rock or Georgetown, like, you have lakes, but there is no just moving river that you can tube down. At least I don't think so. So it's nice having that option of just another easy thing, you know, free experience, getting to be in nature, suntan, hang out with friends. You know, you have that experience right there in your backyard, so to speak. So that's a great pastime, is just hanging out by the river. And then I would say the market is extremely strong. We can look at some of the numbers here. So let me pull up on here. It'll be easier to see instead of me just speaking them at you. Median household income is $47,394. Now that's going to be lower because this is a college town, and so a lot of homeowners are going to be fresh out of college working minimum wage jobs, or, you know, their parents bought them the house and they're not really working, they're just going through college at the time. So with, I think the population of San Marcos is around 75,000, 40,000 students go to Texas State. So over half the population is Texas State students. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Median rent of $1,251. So very affordable rentals for that area. And median home value, $248,300. Very affordable homes for that value. So I see this, and what's not written on here is the tax rate in San Marcos is very low. I think it's 1.7%. So this is a great opportunity for investment properties. Personally, I plan on purchasing an investment property in San Marcos in the future. Because of the low tax rate, I know the area really well, and I know with that many college students, finding tenants is not going to be that difficult in that area. And then low home values, you know, it's much easier to find a home that'll fit your budget. So definitely a good market in there to purchase a house. The unemployment rate is 3.6% as of this recording. The national average is 4.1%, so it's under the national average, which is great. And then just so you're aware, the businesses in the area, Amazon is the #1 employer with 5,000 employees. Then it's Texas State with 3,700 employees. And then the outlet malls that I talked about earlier in South San Marcos, they employ around 1,600 employees. Looking more at the real estate market. So this is me pulling up a market analysis of the active single-family homes in San Marcos, okay? There are 408 total active listings right now. I like looking at the median list price instead of the average, because there are multi-million-dollar properties that are going to massively increase that average. So the median list price is $409, okay? So that means about 200 properties are below that, 200 properties are above that 409,000 amount. So if you're looking to purchase, you know, you say your first house, or maybe you have a kid who's going to go to Texas State and you want to purchase them a house instead of them living in the dorms, you can find something pretty easily in the 200 and 300,000s. Also looking at the acres, median here is 0.15, but the average is 1.07, which I tend to look at the average there. So you're going to find, because it's more of an open area, find properties that are on acres of land, or at least on half an acre of land. So if that's important to you and you want to have some privacy, that's something that you're going to struggle to find in more built infrastructure areas, say closer to downtown Austin. It's going to be tough to find those wide open half-acre lots. You can definitely find quite a few of them here in San Marcos. And then just looking at, there's 408 listings here, so I'm not going to check all of them out. But looking at these higher end ones, you're seeing, these are $1 million plus listings. Here's the acreage. These are all kind of low, surprisingly low, like only 1 acre for 1.6 million. But as you go up, you have options for this. I see basically 20 acres for 2.5, 35 acres for 2.95, 25 acres, 39 acres, and then 96.9 acres for 7.5. So, there's vast swaths of land available in this area if that's kind of the price point you're looking at also. So now let's check out the cons. Go back to the map. Let me get rid of my scribbles. So I would say, the first con, and I'm going to caveat this with, I was a teacher for 10 years before becoming a real estate agent, and I don't ever want to throw shade at educators or school districts. It's a very difficult job, and a lot of things are out of individuals' controls. So what I'm about to say is the con of San Marcos is the school district in comparison to school districts around it overall, okay? My first job at Texas State was providing private lessons. I was a music teacher. So I taught private lessons for all 5 years. I lived in San Marcos at the middle schools and the high schools. And I had great times there, right? The students were awesome. The teachers I worked around were great. So, individual experiences are different than the rankings and the grades that we find online for school districts. That being said, because I'm not trying to upset anyone, San Marcos is the lowest rated school district in Hays County. And if we look back at the map here, what is Hays County? Well, that includes 4 school districts. So we have Dripping Springs up here, Buda and Kyle over here, down to San Marcos, and then we have Wimberley over there. The rankings of these school districts are Dripping Springs is number 1, followed by Wimberley, followed by Hays, which is Buda and Kyle, and then in 4th is San Marcos. So I gotta just bring that up. A con of San Marcos is in that county, it has the lowest ranked school district of the 4 available. New Braunfels further south, that's in Kamal ISD. That's also a higher rated school district. So if that's important to you, it's good for you to have this information and maybe look at, do your research and see, is New Braunfels better for my kid? Is San Marcos better for my kid based on their interests and what they're looking to do for after school activities and that sort of thing? So definitely something to check out if a school district is important to you. The next con I would say would be traffic. So like I said at the top, there's really only one major highway, right? You're kind of dependent on I-35, and if there's an accident or traffic's backed up, you don't have that many more options. I mean, you have a couple. Looking out here, right, we have 21, and you can take up the toll road if you really need to get further north. And then going further south, you can go down 123. But in general, I-35 is a direct route to most things you're trying to get to outside of San Marcos. And like I said, there's 40,000 college kids living in San Marcos. They're not great drivers. So there's going to be accidents, there's going to be problems on the roads, and it's going to be something you'll have to deal with. It's something I dealt with when I lived there and I was a college kid. Another con could be seen as a pro, but I'm seeing it more as a con, mainly because I live 15 minutes from an airport, is you're going to be 40 minutes from the closest airport. Now, I say it could be a pro because you're actually equal distance. That's to Austin Airport, and this is to San Antonio Airport. I know it shows slightly longer, but depending on where you live in San Marcos, you're going to be about 40 minutes from each airport. Not great if you travel a lot and you kind of have that extra commute to the airport, but it could be a pro if you really want a direct flight. Well, now you're not kind of stuck to your closest Austin airport. Now you can go, well, there's a direct flight coming out of San Antonio, maybe we fly out of there too. So it could be seen as a pro, depending on how you look at it, but you are far away. And then I would say the final con of San Marcos is, and you can also see this as a pro too, but it's a college town, and college kids make bad decisions, right? So, depending on where you live, it's going to depend on how much interaction you have with the university. Looking at this map, the university and the students are all going to basically live around here, right? Pretty much. There's going to be some commuting. Some kids live further down 123. Some of the students have found homes, up I-35. But in general, this downtown San Marcos, there's no escaping. It's a college town, and you're going to be around, people in their high teens, low 20s. So, it could be a good thing. Like I said, I think it's a good thing as an investor because I just see, well, there's a lot of potential tenants there, and I know some parents are going to want to just buy a house and get a mortgage for 4 years instead of paying dorm and renting. So there's different things to look at here that it could be seen as a good or bad thing. But in general, if I had the option of living next to college kids and not living next to college kids, I know which one I'd pick because I know how I was in college. So yeah, I put that as a con personally. But like I said, it really, just looking at this map, kind of depends, where are you living? If you're living down by the outlets, because there's a bunch of new construction, and I'll put that on here too. New construction down here. There's some new construction out west, Rancho 12 area. And there's some new construction further north, Blanco Vista suburb, that kind of area, closer to Kyle. These three spots, you're not going to deal with it being a college town as much. It's just being, knowledgeable, having an agent that knows the area well too helps. And just being aware of these potential pros and cons. If you found value in this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button and subscribing below. But more importantly, check out some of our other videos. Like I said at the top, we have a vlog tour of San Marcos. We also have an all of San Marcos explained video where we do a map tour of the city and you get a bird's eye view of the lay of the land. And remember, whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call, and we'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to San Marcos. If you stick around to the end, we'll add some footage of the city at the end of this video so you can kind of get a sense of more of the city. Until next time, we hope to see you around town.